Kelly here bringing you day 30 of my 31 Days of Horror 2020. So we only got one day left here, and for today's review we have Night School from the year 1981. Yes, I'm going to be honest, I kind of just skipped down the line to this one because obviously I jumped from 92 to 81. I do have some other movies in the mix there, but I just wasn't feeling like watching them, and I figured we're at the end here, so I'm going to do what I want. And we're still going in order, technically. We're going down the line, and we just happen to have skipped like 9 years, or 11 years, rather. But anyway, Night School, 1981. This was one of the Warner Archives collections that I picked up during their 4 for 44 sale that I do with JP a lot, and it's a slasher, basically, that I had never seen before, a standalone slasher movie, and it essentially is about these girls at this night school that are being picked off one by one, and the one common theme is they're all being beheaded, and they start to kind of suspect, the police involved, they start suspecting that this might be some ritualistic thing to do with school or something like that, since they're all being killed in the same way, and they were all female and stuff like that. So that is happening, and basically the police are trying to get to the bottom of who is doing this, and they start to suspect different people, including one of the main professors. So yeah, this movie was pretty cool, honestly. I liked the setting. It was interesting, the whole night school idea, and a lot of it, you have a lot of cool nighttime settings in it, and stuff like that really kind of sets the tone, and it just has like that downtown rundown type of feel to it that I really enjoyed, and the characters in it I thought were pretty interesting. You're kind of following this professor and his girlfriend for a lot of it, and I find them to be intriguing. There's a few moments in this movie that were actually very suspenseful and creepy. You do have a moment where a girl is home alone and she's taking a shower, and then she's just been followed by this guy on the street she thinks kind of looks like a Jack the Ripper type of scenario, and she's home alone, and while she's in the shower someone's trying to get in. It's very suspenseful. Anything like that always creeps me out because I live alone and I am a girl, and that's like my worst fear is to be in the shower in the bathtub and someone be breaking into my house and me not being able to hear it. So I thought that was pretty cool scene, and you get some other decent scenes in this as well that are full of suspense. It does a good job with that aspect. The whole movie, the way it wraps up, is kind of a little bit ridiculous, and honestly, I actually surprisingly kind of saw it coming, and that's not something that I usually say because I'm kind of oblivious when I typically watch a movie, and it's not necessarily that I'm oblivious, but I don't really think ahead. I don't really think like, oh, I bet so-and-so's the killer because they winked in this one scene and stuff like that. I just don't think. I kind of am always along for the ride, and that's kind of that, and then I like to be surprised by the ending. So, but with this one, for whatever reason, I did see it coming in a way, and it's kind of one of those like supposed to be surprise endings, but for me, I kind of just felt like it was going in that territory. I don't even know what it was. It just seemed like it would be that type of movie. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a pretty decent slasher. It's nothing super memorable or over the top, but it has its moments, and like I said, it does go with building the suspense. It's not like overly cheesy like a lot of these slasher films are from the time. It does, I feel, take itself pretty seriously, so I did appreciate that. I give this a 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, Night School, pretty good movie. Would recommend it if you're into the slasher films and you haven't seen it before. And yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Thank you guys once again for joining me for day 30 here. We got one more day tomorrow, and of course, I will see you then.